The Moby Dick truck, famous from the Morocco campaign 2024, is back on the road. Marcus and Johnny Walker joined the Lieutenant on a brand new expedition into North Africa.
Letzte Aufnahme vor der Abfahrt.
Für die Abfahrt. Afrika willkommen.
Ja.
They roll out long before sunrise, wrapped in the darkness of Middle Earth's nasty weather. Chasing the promise of the southern sun, Switzerland slips by in silence. Fast and cold, until the Gotthard Tunnel opens like a gate to another world.
So, Wetter ist noch scheiße, aber nach dem Gotthard wird's.
Ein bisschen noch dabei.
Nach dem Gotthard wird's super, oder? Genau. So, nach dem Gotthard wird's gut.
Definitiv.
Das sieht schon mal aus.
Before dawn breaks over the hills, engines hum and nights stand still. Moby Dick truck rolls through mountain cold. Three men pray for the road to unfold. The lieutenant bows his head to say, Lord, guide our wheels along the way. Keep our hearts from fear and doubt, 'cause you're the one who leads us out. Jesus rides shotgun, grace and gears, faith and engines, peace through the years. Rolling south beneath his hand.
Fahr ich doch. Nach dem Gotthard. Das Wetter prima.
South of the tunnel, light changes. Italy warm, calm, and full of flavor.
Hier ist euer Saft. Italien? Autogrill, erste Raststätte Italien.
Tunisia's night today. Sun breaks loose on the southern line. Feels like heaven's right on time.
Italy sings with a golden glow. Joe bow with breasted
Der Truck ist hervorragend geparkt. Erstes Landebier in Italien. Genau, fertig. Mit Johnny Walker. Mit Johnny Walker, hier Leutnant und Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Immer
Markus Moby Dick. Gib dem Mann ein Bier, schon geht's los. Schon wirst du
ein
übermütig.
Bier, Badisch, Waldhaus.
Schon wirst du übermütig. Nee, ich sag dir einfach, der läuft noch. Das geht schon, den kriegt man wieder hin.
Before dawn breaks over the hills, engines hum and night stand still. Moby Dick truck rolls through mountain cold. Three men pray.
Nur für Peter. Peter, it's 10 o'clock.
The crew takes a break by the river. It's gin o'clock, and their last night on European soil before boarding the ferry in Genoa. Both trucks rest on the riverbank. Crossing is impossible. The old pontoon bridge could never take that kind of weight. So the men set out on foot across to the other side, where a small riverside restaurant welcomes only locals looks perfect.
Wo die Deutschen gehen als erstes zum Abendessen, dafür für uns alleine.
Drive shotgun, and he won't steer wrong.
Snow in rear view fades away. Gotthard Tunnel turns night today. Sun breaks loose on the southern line. Feels like heaven's right on time.
Italy sings with a golden glow. Joe bow with breasted flow. Parked by the water, rest their souls.
Thank the Lord he's in control.
Good food, honest wine, laughter, and stories of the road. Tomorrow the engines will roar again, heading south, where the real adventure begins.
Slight right onto Piano Verdo Albertazzi, then turn right onto Via Milano.
Wieder extrem Chaos hier wieder in Genua, wie immer quasi, wie immer.
The weight they bear, they cross on foot through a twilight air. Find a place where the locals
Die
dine.
Frontex ist hinter dir her, hast du schon gesehen?
Ich habe gemerkt, also hinter uns die Polizei, alle überwachen uns.
Das ist richtig. Das ist
Sicherheit
los,
geht
ne?
vor, oder?
Safety first. Safety first. Wieder Amos zu sagen vielleicht.
Holy Spirit's their guide.
Jesus rides shotgun, grace in gears, faith in the engine piece through the years, rolling south beneath his hand, following light to the promised land. When storms roll in and hope seems gone, we drive by faith, we're rolling on. Jesus rides shotgun.
He won't steer wrong. Give
Good food, good friends, good time to roam. Every mile still leads us home.
Moby Dick truck hums that diesel song, and God's been riding all along. Yeah, Jesus rides shotgun.
And the road rolls on.
At sea, there's something both reflective and melancholic about a voyage. After Moby Dick saluted his big nautical brother while leaving the port of Genoa, the three comrades and their trucks are now out on the open water, crossing the Mediterranean almost straight north to south. Destination, Tunis. The passage takes about a day. After a rough, stormy start, the sea calms by morning, and soon the Tunisian coast comes into sight.
Left the docks of Genoa, storm clouds on the line. Moby Dick and the lieutenant chasing that southern sign.
3 trucks on ferry deck, diesel hearts in tune.
Rolling down blue horizons under a drifting moon.
Across the sea to Tunis, Lord still steers our way.
Waves may rise and fall, but faith don't fade away.
Through customs, dust and chaos, we find what's meant to be.
Rolling south for freedom across that desert sea.
Head northeast, then turn left.
So, der übliche Zollzirkus, was hätte man anders erwarten können. Also hier geht es weder voran noch zurück, hier passiert gar nichts und ja, nur Gerüchte. Aber das ist ja immer so in diesen Ländern. Das weiß man ja, deswegen bleiben wir hier ganz entspannt.
What follows is the exhausting and confusing immigration and customs procedure. A strange mix of chaos, luck, and patience that finally helps both crews to make it through. After roughly 3 hours, it's done. The trucks are cleared and the journey out of the capital toward the southwest begins.
Schwarzmarktgeschäfte hier.
Sehr schön. Nämlich immer noch Zoll, aber jetzt auf jeden Fall schon mal hier Geldwäsche gemacht und Papiere bekommen. Seltsame Papiere, von denen man nie was wusste, dass die gibt. Solche Art.
Sometimes you just sit there in the dark, listen to the sea breathing, and you know, you didn't come all this way for nothing.
In 50 meters at the roundabout, take the third exit. In 100 meters, turn left. Turn left, then turn right.
For the next day, a touch of culture is on the plan. Visiting the ancient site of Thugga, an archaeological treasure in northern Tunisia, one of the best preserved Roman cities in all of North Africa. But first, a night camp must be found, and it is near a dam above a crumbling village. At dusk, during the traditional landing beer, the local kids show up, half-grown and restless when they're begging for chocolate, alcohol, and money goes unanswered. Their true colors come out. They start throwing stones at the trucks.
Found a dam above a village, thought we'd rest a while.
Shared a beer with twilight, kids came with no smile.
Begged for sweets and silver, but when we turned away,
They threw their stones like demons, born of yesterday.
The HX-60 takes about 20 hits, and the lieutenant feels a strong urge to catch a few of those punks and teach them a lesson. but that would only have brought the anger of the whole village down on them. But the rest of the night remains calm. The gang disappears into the dark, and Lieutenant with Moby Dick crew enjoy an excellent dinner with a few glasses of Primitivo under the stars.
Die Pfanne ist schräg. Das geht so nicht.
Ja, ich mach auf.
Wein bringen, also.
Ich hab hier aber noch. Ja gut, irgendwann hast du Kopf.
Ja, aber ist gut. Ja, genau. Dass wir nicht hier am. Dass wir uns hier gut gehen lassen. Das Problem ist, dass man das Maß verliert, oder?
Genau, also wir probieren mal.
Johnny ist ein Top-Koch.
Das sehe ich gerade. So, ich sitze hier natürlich im Luxus-Apartment von Moby. Wir haben hier Bestes.
Ist okay, ich leg mich ausziehen.
Across the sea to Tunis, from mountains to the sand.
Brothers bound by diesel dreams in a wild and holy land.
Through fire and the silence, through dust and misery.
God still riding shotgun across that desert sea. Roll on, Lieutenant. Roll on, Moby Dick. The road don't end. It just turns into the sky.
Next morning, the road leads past strange roadside bread ovens and stands piled high with pomegranates, some freshly pressed into juice.
Africa's coasts are rising like a dream from promised land. 3 hours of papers shouting, gates swing wide at last.
We're free to roll through Tunis streets, leaving harbors past across the sea to Tunis. Good Lord still steers our way. Waves may rise and fall, but faith don't fade away. Through customs, dust and chaos, we find what's meant to be. Rolling south for freedom across that desert sea.
Sometimes you just sit there in the dark, listen to the sea breathing, and you know, you didn't come all this way for nothing.
After the cultural stop, the convoy heads further south. The new campsite lies by another dam, peaceful this time, promising a truly harmonious evening with campfire and Dutch oven dinner under the wide North African sky.
Kids came with no smile, begged for sweets and silver, but when we turned away,
They threw their stones like demons, born of yesterday. Across the sea to Tunis, Lord, keep our tempers down. A man can lose his peace of mind when stones come raining down.
but we kept the fire burning.
Unser neues Hobby ist Wadi Walking. So Wadi Walking mit Johnny Walker.
Vengeance fades to silence when you're traveling with love.
Next day road kept calling, red dust and pomegranate stands, old bread ovens smoking like ghosts of ancient lands. Dug a stone still whisper of empires long gone dry. The spirit rides beside us beneath that endless sky.
Boys and Girls, wonach sieht das aus? Dann wird ein ganz fantastischer Dutch Oven Abend.
Across the sea to Tunis, from mountains to the sand. Brothers bound by diesel dreams in a wild and holy land. Through fire and the silence, through dust and misery. God still riding shotgun across that desert sea. Roll on, Lieutenant. Roll on, Moby Dick. The road don't end, it just turns into the sky.
the next morning brings a change of weather, full sunshine. And from now on, it's getting hot. The trucks crawl off-road, searching for the next route heading south, through the Jebel Orbada and Jebel Ben Yunus mountain ranges, down toward the Great Charts, the massive salt lakes that rank among the largest in the world. The next bigger town is Gafsa. That's where the crew plans to stock up. Fresh vegetables from the market, that's the idea. Because Johnny Walker knows his way around a kitchen.
With ease, with ease. So, die Vögel haben uns angehalten, wollen uns Polizeieskorte geben, es sei nicht sicher.
But before they even get there, the convoy gets stopped by police, or rather the Garde Nationale, which seems to be something similar. They claim the area is too dangerous for the trucker and insist on giving an escort, so they drive all day under the blazing sun, constantly switching escorts from one district to the next, until Moby Dick finally turns off into an olive plantation and stops in front of the farmer's house. The comrades are welcome here. They can even light a fire on the farmer's yard. There's a 100-year-old grandmother, fresh eggs from the chickens running around, an oven-warm baguette. The lieutenant wants to buy some fresh green olive oil, but he can't. The farmer simply gives it to him as a gift for free. So nothing stands in the way of another peaceful campfire night, with a fine dinner, red wine, and a southern sky full of stars. The crew settles into a well-earned rest.
Mit euch unterwegs zu sein, und zwar in Afrika.
Early next morning, the journey continues. The track leading to the olive farm had been tight already. Cactus hedges lining both sides of the trail. In a sharp right turn, the lieutenant shaves off lots of those prickly fellows with the HX-60. No way around it. And then, another police escort appears, tailing the trucks closely once again. They roll into Gafsa and park right in front of the souk, a kind of covered market inside. It's a cheerful buzz, half marketplace, half social center. They find everything they need for the upcoming days, and in the busy chaos of the city, finally manage to lose the police.
In der Einkaufsstraße Datteln gekauft. Hier ist also, sagen wir mal, man darf hier keine Angst haben vor Berührungen. Einmal tägliche Lebensgefahr. Wie findest du das hier?
Total entspannt. Ein ruhiges Oasendörfchen mitten in the middle of nowhere. Kaum Leute, aber wir sind da.
Das ist ein geiles Café.
Authentisch, ne?
Ja.
Männerkaffee.
Olivenbrot ist gut.
Hier gibt es aber auch Motorradverkehr.
Ja, ja, natürlich. In Mopeds fahren die hier rein, voll rein so. Das ist ja großartig.
Das ist von seinem.
Was ist das?
Das ist Rinderhoden. Das ist ja in der Magen, ist das. Das ist ein Pudding. Das ist ja toll.
Die lieben Zucker. Das ist alles eine gesättigte Zuckerlösung hier. Wie ist das? Eine gesättigte Lösung, oder?
Also ich finde, diese.
Das ist so süß.
Das ist eine Infusion.
Da kannst du so mehrere Bienenvölker bringst du hier mit über den Winter. Das ist so, oder?
Erst die Biene hier. Und piekst die Drohne.
Ja, ich bin auf dem Fall.
Past wide stretches of garbage fields outside town, the convoy heads west. To Mirza would be the next destination, but that won't happen today, simply too far. Also, Moby Dick truck is having trouble with the AdBlue system, something the lieutenant doesn't need to worry about since his HX-60 still runs old school without it. The men work on fixing the issue, then start searching for a place to camp. They find an open field, a perfect spot, blessed with bright moonlight and a clear, star-filled sky. A window into infinity and far beyond.
Sun came up, burned the morning haze. Desert wine kicking up in golden blaze. We rolled those rigs through mountain trails, Jebel ridges and sandy vales. Heat waves dancing on desert line. HX growling, she's feeling fine. Old Moby Dick just humming low. Follow that sun where Salt Lakes glow.
Sunlight over Gafsa, riding through the fight. Dust on the windshield, heaven in sight. Firelight flickers, bread and wine. God's good grace and the desert's mine. From Cactus Rose to the edge of time, we roll on south with sand hard shine.
Moonlight over gaps, the Lord got our way.
We're trucking hard till the break of day.
Schon hängen wir wieder an der Blutkonserve.
Police said danger, we just grand boys. We got angels riding the wind through olive groves and through the heat. Got dust on our boots, faith on repeat. Oh, grandma smiles by a farmhouse door. Eggs and oil like blessings poured. We sit by the fire, red wine in hand, and thank the Lord for this rugged land.
Moonlight over Gafsa, we ride through the night. Stars on the windshield, heaven in sight. Firelight flickers, bread and wine. God's good grace and the desert's mine. From Cactus Rose to edges of time, rolling south where the sand hearts shine.
Moonlight over gaps, the Lord got our way.
We're trucking hard till the break of day.
That blues running low, Moby is fighting the line, but Lieutenant's rig don't need that kind. Just diesel dust and a prayer to the sky. We ain't stopping till the rivers run dry.
Sunlight over Gafsa, where the wide plains sleep. Faith runs strong and the roots run deep. Firelight flickers, bread and wine. God's good grace and the desert's mine, yeah.
Moonlight over Gafsa, the Lord's on our side.
Rolling with angels on this deserted ride. Under that southern starry dome,
We find our peace.
far from home. Moonlight over Gafsa,
Keeps us rolling on. Keeps us rolling on. Clouds rolled in over desert town, feel like mercy coming down. We've been riding that Rommel line, dust and diesel burning time.
Marcus led in Moby Dick, that old HX60 rolled through thick.
Off the track and into stone, the wild don't let you roll alone. Canyon heat and iron dreams echo loud through desert seams. Steel on steel, the mountains cry under God's wide open sky. Three men roll where few have gone. Faith and fuel keep moving on. Canyon heat and iron dreams keep that convoy rolling free. Sun came up, we left the rigs, climbed those rocks with sweat and grins. Found a rail lost to the years, still hums with echoes, ghosts and gears.
Johnny ran those tracks ahead while I just wiped the sweat I shed.
Then the tunnel roared with sound, mining thunder shook the ground. Canyon heat and
Morning breaks under a cloudy sky, a welcome change. The three comrades, Marcus, Johnny Walker, and the lieutenant, roll out in their overlanders. Moby Dick and the MAN HX60 military truck, tracing the old Rommel track before turning off-road into the wide, stony plains. But soon a canyon blocks the way. Time to continue on foot, lieutenant in flip-flops as usual. The climb takes effort, and by now the sun is blazing again. This whole region west of Gafsa, around Metlawi, Redief, and Moulares, tells the story of Tunisia's phosphor mines. After all, the country ranks among the world's top 5 producers. Along their climb, the crew discovers a narrow-gauge railway surprisingly intact. Even local moped riders still use it, and in the tunnels it's refreshingly cool. A real blessing for the lieutenant, who's already overheating outside. Johnny Walker doesn't seem to mind the heat. He jogs along the old tracks for miles. Then suddenly, loud horns, metal grinding on metal, the phosphor train comes roaring through. The lieutenant barely makes it out of the tunnel in time.
don't quit when roads turn wild. Good Lord rides with every mile. Three men roll where few have gone. Dust and grace just carry on. Canyon heat and iron dreams.
Johnny and Marcus are much farther ahead as they walked on, while the lieutenant has to fumble out thorns from his flip-flops. When a single locomotive appears, Marcus flags it down, and just like that, the crew hitch a ride back to where it all began.
Clouds rolled in over desert town, felt like mercy coming down. We'd been riding that Rommel line, dust and diesel burning time. Marcus let in Moby Dick, that old HX60 rolled through thick. Off the track and into stone, the wild don't let you roll alone. Canyon heat and iron dreams echo loud through desert seams. Steel on steel, the mountains cry under God's wide open sky. Three men roll where few have gone. Faith and fuel keep moving on. Canyon heat and iron dreams keep that convoy rolling free. The sun came up, we left the rigs, climbed those rocks with sweat and grins. Found a rail lost to the years, still hums with echoes, ghosts and gears.
The journey continues through rugged mountains, dusty desert towns, and forgotten oses until the convoy finally reaches Tamaxa.
Geht, passt da durch.
moped offers to guide them through a riverbed toward a so-called campsite. But before they get there, a dam blocks the passage. For Moby Dick, it's the end of the road. The lieutenant could have made it across, but true to the spirit of camaraderie, he stays with his friends for the night in the riverbed. Another day full of surprises and adventure. Stay tuned. The Sahara Route rolls on.
Found a dam where roads must end, but the Lord said stay, my friend. So we camped down in that bed, stars and silence overhead. This kind of peace a man don't fake, out where hearts and engines ache.
Canyon heat and iron dreams,
Rolling hard through desert beams. Faith don't quit when roads turn wild. Good Lord rides with every mile. 3 men roll where few have gone. Dust and grace just carry on. Canyon heat and iron dreams, forever rolling free. Copy that, brothers. Moby Dick and HX-60 clear. Canyon blocked ahead, but faith don't stop for walls. We camp where the stars are thick and roll again come dawn.
Also, Johnny, wie sieht es heute Abend aus mit dir?
Wie es aussieht.
Du hast keine Hose an?
Die Jungs sind so verfressen, ja. Die fressen hier die Hütte leer.
Ja.
Ich habe gebunkert. Hier Gemüse, 10 Kilo Kartoffeln, 20 Kilo Tomate, ja. Mein ganzer Vorrat an Tomate ist weg. Ja. So sieht's aus.
Ja, und so. Jetzt machen wir weiter.
Jetzt gibt es nur noch das Couscous. Ja. Couscous. Kroge. Das muss reichen.
A new day rises over the riverbed as the crew set out for another canyon walk. This one isn't massive, but it's breathtaking. Narrow walls closing in step by step, winding deeper into the stone. The question is simple. Will there be a way out at the end? You'll see soon enough.
Was ist hier?
Kultur. Ja, hier sieht man diese Jaspisknollen. Daraus wurden in der Steinzeit die Werkzeuge hergestellt.
Jaspisknolle, sagst du.
Also bei uns heißt es so.
The trail finally stops at a steep rock face, too risky to climb, at least for most, but not for the lieutenant. In flip-flops. Teams split up as only the lieutenant climbs the canyon's end, scrambling up to the high desert plateau. From there he threads his way back across the barren landscape, relying on nothing but his own navigation instincts, until he reaches the oasis of Tembaine and treats himself to a good morning mocha in a local bar.
Jetzt gehe ich ins Café, weil ich habe mir einen Mocha verdient nach dem Wüstenwalk. Ist das nicht schön? Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Sind Sie willkommen bei uns.
Morning broke on riverbed line. Sun hanging low like a warning sign. Canyon walls whispering ancient news. Dusty air boots full of desert blues. The trail ran tight, it just ran out. But dead ends never scared this route. 'Cause we roll where sand gets deep, where rocks rise high and engines speak. From Tembaine at dawn to Salt Lake View, Driving these miles with the desert in my shoes.
Also wir sind jetzt schon bei Höchstgeschwindigkeit, 15 Stundenkilometer angekommen. Markus, was spricht der Diesel?
Der Diesel hat Durst.
Boys held back when wall got steep. Said Lieutenant, man, that drop is deep. He climbed that face in the morning heat. Flip-flops slapping on canyons beat.
Nach wie vor AdBlue-Probleme mit Moby Dick. Mal sehen, ob wir es diesmal gelöst kriegen.
Monsieur, hallo? Hey.
Meanwhile, the trucks return through the riverbed to where the desert road ended yesterday. But Moby Dick shows fresh signs of AdBlue trouble again, so another technical stop is unavoidable. Once that's handled, the crews roll into the 5-star Temagza Palace for lunch. Not exactly the usual routine, but sometimes rules bend on the road. Those men are not dogmatic.
So, die feinen Herren.
Die feinen Herren.
Kontrastprogramm, oder?
Ja, aber hallo.
'Cause we roll where sand gets deep,
Ja, natürlich.
where rocks rise high and engines speed. From Temagza dawn to Salt Lake View, driving these miles with the desert in my shoes. Day hits hard, but night comes smooth. That's the flip-flop climber blues.
Alles halal.
Also die sind echt verrückte Vögel, oder?
Boys held back when wall got steep. Said Lieutenant, man, that drop is deep. He climbed that face in the morning heat. Flip-flop.
Later, even another canyon walk begins, this time with a proper climb on top. And from the summit, the view opens wide across the Great Chad el Djerid, the vast salt lake stretching east to west, dividing Tunisia like a shimmering white ocean. Evening settles in fast. The trucks push out into the emptiness once more, finding a deserted spot in the middle of nowhere as they have frequent nights before. And for the finale, Marcus brings out fine wines from the Baden region. Sundowner served on the rooftop bar of Moby Dick truck. Nothing could top this day.
Night comes smooth. That's the flip-flop climber blues. Moby Dick coughs on AdBlue fumes, so we wrench and pray in the desert gloom. 5-star lunch at Palace so bright, and we chase the ridge for the chart at night. When sundown burns that orange sky, pouring Baden wine, watching time slide by.
Empty place found where the world stands
Also
still.
laut Google Maps ist das hier ein Campingplatz an der algerischen Grenze und es sind jetzt nicht sehr viele Services.
For taking long roads nobody knew. Now trucks cool down neath fading light, while desert hums lullabies to the night.
Yeah, we roll where sands get deep, where rocks rise high and engines speed.
Bald bin ich in Tatooine, im echten Tatooine.
Das hier ist ein Silberberg. Weinkeller Balingen am Kaiserstuhl. Nabel der Welt. Ja. Baden trocken. Was ist das hier?
Specht.
Nein, nicht Specht. Das ist Specht. Das Eisvogel.
Wie auf der Licherwerbung.
Mit Schwätze.
Mit Schwänzen.
Ihr Lieben, eine Ehre mit euch hier heute durch die Wüste zu fahren. Der Campingplatz heute haben halt jetzt irgendwie.
Guten Morgen und guten Appetit. Im Shelter.
Heute Morgen Frühstück bei Pete. Seinem Truck, exklusive Küchenausstattung. Marc ist schon wieder am Handy. Sag doch mal Hallo.
Hallo, guten Morgen. Jetzt gibt's gleich von Pipi und Tina gibt's gleich Eier.
The lieutenant starts the morning in the FM2 shelter on the HX60 by frying eggs fresh from Marcus chickens for the men. And right after breakfast, the trucks roll toward Mos Espa, well known from the Star Wars epos. A few dromedaries block the track at first, but nothing that slows an overlander for long. Mos Espa has seen better days, but it's still a fun stop. A strange, dusty movie ghost town on the edge of the desert.
Sun came up on the HX line, eggs on the pan in the morning fine. Chicken's back home, but the taste rings true. Desert day breaking in golden hue. We fired those rigs with engines low, heading for Mos Espa down the old sand road. Yeah, we roll where white winds blow, cross salt seas wide where lost track.
Unglaubliches Spektakel hier. Ich bin nicht der Tolide, den ihr sucht. Geht nach Hause und überdenkt euer Leben neu.
From movie dust to heat that grows.
Das Espa sah schon mal bessere Zeiten, würde ich sagen. Das sieht alles nicht mehr vertrauenserweckend aus.
Dromedary stand in the morning haze, staring slow with that desert gaze. Ease that clutch, let the rumble flow. They move aside and we take it slow. Mos Espa faded, but the charm's still there. Sand in the wind, old stories on air.
From there, the engines push straight into the northern section of the Great Salt Sea. The Chahchat's hot, as far as the eye can see. Pure white emptiness. No tourists, no noise, no sign of life, just endless salt and the faint tracks of whoever crossed here before. The two crews are fully on their own again.
The sun came up on the HX line, eggs on a pan in the morning fine. Chicken back home, but the taste rings true. Desert day breaking in golden hue. We fired those rigs with engines low, heading for Mos Espa down that old sand road. Yeah, we roll where white winds blow, cross salt sea wide where lost tracks go. No towns, no sound, just deserts call. Two big trucks in the middle of it all. From movie dust to heat that grows, we're salt sea rollers on a long road home. Dromedary stand in the morning haze, staring slow with that desert gaze. Ease that clutch, let the rumble flow. They move aside and we take it slow. Mos Espa faded, but the charm's still there. Sand in the wind, old stories on air. Field after salt all day. Johnny Walker hums his traveling tune, fixing up Moby in the afternoon. Lieutenant laughs with his old remark, if nothing breaks, it ain't real art. Through dust, through heat, through unknown zone, just
Eventually they reach Tozier, glide through the outskirts and park the trucks into a date palm oasis south of the city. After the vast silence of the salt desert, it feels like paradise, palm, shade, green, stillness. The crews settle down. Johnny Walker sings his Johnny Walker song. Dinner preparations begin, though not without complications. A full electrical blackout hits the Moby Dick cabin. But as the lieutenant likes to say, if nothing breaks, it's not a real trip.
So, Kontrastprogramm. Oasen halt.
Jetzt bist du wieder da. Johnny Walker, ich zahl dich gleich in bar. Johnny Walker, immer braun gebrannt. Johnny, ich hab's versucht, ich komme ohne dich nicht aus. Wozu auch? Du gefällst mir ja. Kein Mensch hört mir so gut zu wie du. Johnny, du lachst mich auch nie aus. Johnny Walker, la 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 la. Johnny Walker, la 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 la. Johnny Walker, du hast mich nie enttäuscht. Johnny, du bist mein bester Freund. Johnny, du bist mein bester Freund. Das hat ja ganz harmlos angefangen. Meine zwei Frauen, sie wollen eine Weinprobe machen. Und da fahren wir so die Straße entlang. Ah, da vorne ist der Weingut, da fahren wir jetzt hin. Und da sind wir da tatsächlich hingefahren. Auf der Hof. Und so, ah, wir hätten gerne Weinprobe. Ah ja, da kommen Sie mal mit. Und dann haben sie da ihre Weine aufgetischt, oder? Und dann dachte sie wahrscheinlich, wir kaufen nur 2, 3 Flaschen, weißt du, so ein bisschen lustlos. So. Ja, das ist das und das und das und das. Und wir so probieren, so, ja, den nehmen wir, den nehmen wir, den wieder. Und dann war es halt nachher trotzdem 500 Euro. Und die Mädels, weißt du, ah, der ist lecker, ah ja, dann nehmen wir auch Kiste, ah, und der auch, und der.
Johnny, wir fahren durch die Wüste. Nachdem Mobby heute Auszeit hat und streikt, gibt es jetzt hier für uns exklusiv den Drive. Ferme la porte, s'il vous plaît, merci bien. So, ich muss die Türe schließen. Bonjour, Madame. Johnny, the engine. Der kommt, oh, der hat die Katze gerade. Also, das heißt nicht am Start. Jetzt ist erstmal ein genialer Mokka.
Das sieht wieder ganz hervorragend aus.
Schau mal, die Hähnchen schmutzeln. Läuft. Alles am Start. Guck mal.
Großartig.
Ich bin aber gewesen, weil ich 3 Tage da alleine.
Wie sieht's aus, Markus?
Ich habe meine Bedenken, dass es noch nicht ganz durch ist.
Ja, lass mal wieder ablöschen. Dann ist gut. Hier ist UFO.
Wie viel Stück? Machen wir 3 Stück wieder.
Ja,
Einfach reingreifen.
Sind noch schön warm.
Super. Danke.
Großartig.
After 2 days, Moby Dick crew joins a convoy preparing for a guided tour into Algeria. So they roll out while the lieutenant chooses a week of chilled-out leisure and rest in the oasis waiting for Joe, his godson, to arrive. Together, they plan to take on a long desert run deep into the Sahara, Whether that works out and what awaits them out there, you'll see in the next episodes.
Gute Reise.
Spent a week under palms where soft winds fall. Desert heat outside, but I felt his call.
The lieutenant settles into a full week of chill out and leisure in the oasis, waiting for Joe, his godson, to fly in. While he slows the pace, the Moby Dick crew, Marcus and Johnny Walker, are already deep into their guided tour across Algeria. The lieutenant prefers to travel on his own terms, but he receives updates from the everything neighboring country whenever a bit of network signal breaks through. The news is good. Moby Dick is doing fine. No kidnappings, no disasters, just the usual desert challenges as getting stuck in soft sandy terrain, but with enough hands and enough patience, everything breaks free again. That's the desert.
When the roads were cold, turns real. Same path I took last summer.
Guten Morgen, Pete, extra für dich, heute das Frühstücksvideo. Heute machen wir noch eine Kleinigkeit, es gibt Bananen-Pancakes mit Buttermilch natürlich angerührt und frischen Kaffee-Eiern.
Kaffee ist drin. Die Eier von Bibi und Tina.
Two souls riding with the Lord in view, howling steady in desert hues. This oasis gospel rolling blues.
At the same time, about 4,000 miles to the north, Peter is on the move with his Mercedes expedition truck. The same Peter the lieutenant met at the Teltow Canal when he returned from his polar journey this summer. Now Peter himself is driving the same route in reverse, Finland, Sweden, Norway, but in winter. And that makes all the difference.
Ja, ich kann euch gar nicht sagen, was das für ein geiles Gefühl ist, wenn der Truck morgens bei minus 14 Grad dann doch wieder anspringt. Ja, Tag 6 der Mission Polarkreuz. Wunderbar genächtigt, gestern Abend noch schön in der Sauna gewesen. So, die letzte Etappe zum Polarkreis. Circa 100 Kilometer haben wir noch vor uns, können aber nicht schnell fahren. Die Straße ist spiegelglatt. Ja, das ist jetzt alles andere als witzig. Der Truck hat keinen Diesel mehr angenommen, obwohl ich Schwedendiesel drin habe. Tja, ich war gerade in der Werkstatt, habe die Filter erneuern lassen, alles sauber machen lassen. Das Auto steht wieder. Und das jetzt in die Dunkelheit rein, mit einem Hund an Bord. Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann, so langsam vergeht mir der Spaß. Puh, das war Adrenalin pur. Ja, der Truck läuft wieder. Keine Ahnung, warum er ausgegangen ist und nicht mehr wollte. Hauptsache er läuft. Da sind sie wieder, unsere Freunde. Ja, Bruno.
Back in the oasis, Joe finally arrives.
Ein neuer Abschnitt. Jo Ulmer ist gekommen. mit weißer Wüstenhose. Du weißt ja, was man sagt, ne? Niemals vom Truck springen, sagt man. Chieb hat uns ein wunderbares, unglaubliches Frühstück präsentiert.
Willkommens Geschenk.
1000 Dank, mein Lieber.
Sehr gerne, sehr gerne. Ja, so, also wirklich vielen Dank.
The first morning begins with a generous breakfast buffet served by Chiheb, the Oasis manager, a perfect start for the days ahead, because Joe and the lieutenant will set out immediately afterward, heading north one more time. Joe insists on visiting Mos Espa, the Star Wars location, before their real journey begins. After that detour, the road will point south into the deep Sahara, and that is where their adventure truly starts.
Spend a week under palms, the shadows fall. Desert heat outside, but I felt no call. Moby Dick boys pushing through Algerian sand. Signals cutting in from a distant land. Picture rigs roll through saying things alright. Just a few rigs buried in the dune line fire.
Yeah, we roll
When dust says go,
from oasis come
the north wind blow,
Joe's flying in.
and roads feels new
Got a two-man run.
in a desert view. Cool and nasty the way we choose. That's Oasis Week rolling blues.
Up north, Peter's hitting ice and steel.
Winter roads where cold gets real.
Same track I rode in summer light.
Now it's driving it back in frozen night.
4,000 miles from this desert floor. Different worlds, same runaway core.
Yeah, we roll when dust says go,
From oasis come
to north winds blow,
Joe's flying in.
and the road feels new
For a two-man run.
in a desert view. Cool and nasty
The way we choose. Into Oasis Week rolling blues.
Joe hits dawn with a hungry smile.
Jib's got breakfast stacked in style.
Star Wars dreams pulling north real fast.
Most Espa sands where legends last.
One day tour, then swinging down south.
Sahara waiting like a promise in the mouth.
I'll pack that gear, kick dust in the sun.
Two souls ready for a bigger run.
Empty roads in a hard blue sky.
Nothing but freedom rolling by. Motor rumbles with a slow burn heat. This desert beat keeps the world offbeat. Yeah, rolling
When the dust says go,
desert wind humming soft and low.
northbound first for the movie views.
Then straight south where wild dunes loose.
Hot and nasty with sand in our shoes.
At the Oasis Week rolling blues. Rolling blues.
Fährst du auch noch durch Feuer durch? Scheiße! Wo brennst du uns hin? Mann, dein ganzes Auto stinkt und brennt! Schon heftig hier.
The road towards the southern part of Tunisia into the Sahara is still long, and it leads Joe and the lieutenant once more through Tembaine. Straight into the same riverbed the lieutenant drove some time ago together with the Moby Dick crew, Marcus and Johnny Walker. But this time, the dam won't stop them. Instead of camping in front of the dam wall, the lieutenant takes the HX-60 onto the narrow, loosely packed ramp along the side of the dam and drives over it, pushing on until the very end of the gorge, all the way to the waterfall. That, according to the plan, will be their home for the night. They'll stay there with the truck, enjoy a local-style dinner and watch the desert sky open above them. A deep night full of stars and a super full moon that reached its peak just 2 days earlier.
Back through Tembaine, morning glow. Same old riverbed the two rigs know. Last time the dam said turn around.
Not today, we're action bound.
Loose rock ramp on dam's high side.
Hit low gear, let the diesel ride.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Guten Appetit.
Guten Appetit, Jo.
Danke. Es sieht sehr gesegnet und gut aus.
Das sieht vor allem so aus. Schöne Beleuchtung direkt neben so einem Händlertisch.
Yeah, we roll where hard tracks end, where canyon walls twist, climb and bend. Night by the falls with a moon that roars over the dam and down the gorge. Stars run wild through desert doors.
Over the dam and down the gorge.
Guten Morgen, Jo.
Moin, moin!
The next morning begins with the obligatory canyon hike, before the journey continues across the vast Chad el Djerid, the largest salt lake in North Africa.
Der ehemalige Bergsteiger Jo Ulmer zeigt uns jetzt, wie er geschickt durch den Schlick dann hier die Spalte hochzieht. Naja, er hat es tatsächlich geschafft. Hätte auch schon schief gehen können. Nochmal schief gehen können, aber er hat es geschafft.
Unter solchen Schluchten laufen wir durch, wo die Steine nur noch an den Wänden hängen und warten, herunterzustürzen.
Komm mal ran mit der Kamera. Hier, steinzeitliche Höhlenmalerei. Einzigartig. Ich schätze, ich datiere das auf minus 25.000 Jahre mit Hieroglyphenbestimmung. Guck hier, da steht schon 25. Die wussten, dass sie in 25.000 Jahren entdeckt wurden.
Over the dam and down the gorge.
Joe rides shotgun with a hungry grin.
First big run, let the day begin.
Waterfall sound in the canyon air.
Desert night waiting like dreams out there.
Local dinner on a candle flame. 2 truck souls in a wild man's lane. Yeah, we roll where hard tracks end. Canyon walls twist, climb and bend. Night by the falls with a moon that roars. Over the dams and down the gorge. Stars run wild through desert doors.
Over the dam and down the gorge.
Supermoon rising like a pale white fire.
Silence thick as a desert choir.
Footsteps echo on the canyon floor.
Morning hike to the sun once more.
Salt Lake shimmer on a straight line road.
Chad el Djerid in a whitewash load.
Highway splits through the salt sea shine.
Nothing but white on the desert line.
Next stop dunes where the dunes begin.
World's biggest sandbox pulling them in.
Wind hits warm with a steady force.
Sahara calling like a sacred course.
So, einmal Landebier für den Leutnant und Zuckergetränk für den Gehsteig.
The final goal of the day is the town of Duz. From there, all kinds of tracks and pistes led directly into the greatest sandbox on Earth, the Sahara itself.
Joe and the lieutenant roll into the Sahara with their MAN-HX-60 military truck. After a solid breakfast in Duz, Joe loads several Arabic roadmap apps onto his phone, complete desert packages, downloaded in full resolution. Because soon there will be no signal at all. Out here, only satellite navigation survives, and those apps are built for it. After a few hours of driving, one truth becomes clear for the crew. This Sahara consists mainly of nothing. Endless nothing. There are tracks, of course, sometimes dozens of them, because this region is popular with off-roaders and tourists who join guided convoys to experience the desert. In fact, authorities say you must have a guide to enter. But Joe and the lieutenant slide past the military post, slip around the local police, and manage to enter on their own. No guide, no pressure, no overpriced desert babysitter, just freedom. Then they became flagged down.
Okay, bitte, ne? Dann tschüss.
Sie haben Land Rover verloren. Land Rover verloren, ja.
A Dutch group with Land Rovers had lost one of their convoy cars, and they asked us to keep an eye out. After a few hours, the missing rover came driving toward us, and later the group reunited. A good outcome. Getting lost in the Sahara is not recommended, especially for Joe and the lieutenant.
Rolled out of Duz with a full day 60 rumbling in a heat wave haze. Two heart souls on a long road fade.
The terrain shifts constantly. The desert shows every face it has. Rock desert, dust desert, sand desert, dune desert, bush desert, and mixed landscapes where all of it blends into a single endless mosaic.
Yeah, we roll through seas of nothing. White heat and sand wind bluffing. Tracks go wild with dunes confused. The only ones choosing on routes and mules. Out here freedom cutting deep and true. That's the sea of nothing blue. Military post said guy required. We slid past quiet, never got wide. Local police try to wave us in. There's a call louder than the discipline. Dutch boys lost one Land Rover, man. We scanned the trails like a dust-born plane. Truck rolled through a sea of nothing. Wild heat and sand wound bluffing. Tracks go wild with dunes confused. The only ones choosing on reels and mules. Out here freedom cuts deep and true. That's the sea of nothing blue.
And then there are the sands. Hard sand like dried clay and soft sand that looks normal but swallows a truck in seconds. And that's exactly what happens. Without warning, Joe and the lieutenant sink deep into a pocket of soft sand. Even the lieutenant didn't see it coming. Surprising given his history with stuck trucks. We all remember the Iceland Zetrus disaster. This time, things end better. In under 2 hours after digging, shifting, and dropping the tire pressure even further, the HX60 is free again.
Desert shifts in 100 ways. Rockfield sharp and dust light haze. Hard pan rolls in a dune line sweep. And soft sand trap where wheels sink deep. Truck drop fast in a sand bed swell. Even the lieutenant didn't see that well. 2 hours working, burning breath. Digging fast just to dodge that death. Drop the air till tires spread wide. Crawl back out with a slow gear stride. Sun fell low as those mountains rose. Tembaine peaks where the whole world froze. Yeah, we roll through sands of nothing. Dunes like waves and nightfall rushing. Wind sings low in that desert tune. Stars cut sharp in a blackened moon. Lost world views when daylight screws. That's the sea of nothing blue.
The journey continues. Shortly before sunset, they reach the Tembaine Mountains, the goal of the day. Here, time has stopped. Dunes dance to the horizon, stars appear out of nowhere, and the untouched wilderness feels like another planet. Joe and the lieutenant climb the nearest Table Mountain. From up there they can see the other guided Jeep safaris arriving, a popular spot clearly as more and more off-roaders gather in the dunes. But Joe and the lieutenant stand alone at the best place within a 100-mile radius, completely solitary. They watch the sun sink behind the sea of dunes, followed by a night sky so pure, so vast it feels like the edge of the world, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, deep in the Sahara.
Joe and the lieutenant leave early the next morning, pushing their MAN HX-60 military truck even deeper into the Sahara. The plan is ambitious. Reach the Lost Lake, cross toward Tatooine, then run straight north to Tunis, because the ferry departs in 3 days and it won't wait. As miles through deserts unfold, the lieutenant begins to suspect that the idea may be overly optimistic. The terrain ahead is far more demanding than anything on the previous way to Tembaine. Tracks dissolve into nothing. Old routes fade away. There is no straight line anywhere anymore. Every dune spine forces a meandering detour. To make 1 mile of progress, 3 miles must be driven in a zigzag dance through the sand. The desert doesn't care about schedules, and the truck cannot outrun time, no matter how hard it tries. So the crew stops and takes a moment. A quiet talk, a straightforward review, basically a reevaluation of the situation. And the realization comes, they must turn back. Before reaching the Lost Lake, they pivot and head north, taking an unplanned and technically illegal shortcut through the restricted Park National Dejabil. It saves them several hours. By late afternoon the next day, they reach a campsite on the southern fringe of Dues, and there waiting already are the Dutch Land Rover crews they met earlier. In the desert, you meet everyone twice. The camp becomes a place to regroup, a bit of service on the truck, nothing major. The air filter needs a serious blowout, but engine oil is fine. The HX-60 consumes nothing. The Dutch, however, have more trouble. Several things broke on their rigs, and they are equally busy repairing parts and emptying cans of Heineken. A long day ends with dust settling, tools cooling, and everyone gathering under the same Sahara sky. One more night on the edge of the dunes.
Left Tembaine, early dawn burned bright. Joe checking maps, half cold light. Plans said Lost Lake, Tatooine. Desert don't care what plans all mean. Tracks fade out and dune wash maze. Lord knows time slips Sahara haze. Rolling the turning back grace line. Don't say no when signs decline. God rides close when pride cuts loose. Shows hard men it's time to choose. Desert truth sharp as steel drawn spine. The turning back grace line.
3 miles sideways for 1 mile made.
Every dune crest pulling hope to fade.
Talked it out on hot sand floor.
The heart said stop, the Lord said more.
No shame turning when a road feels wrong.
Grace ain't weak, grace is strong.
Yeah, we roll turning back grace line.
Don't say no when signs decline.
God rides close when pride cuts loose.
Shows hard men when it's time to choose. Desert truth sharp as steel drawn spine. That's the turning back grace line.
Cut through Jabil on a quiet slide.
Illegal path, the Lord is guide.
A sand wind humming a low gear hymn.
Dust on the dash, prayers grown thin.
I reached that camp where dunes lean wide.
Dutch boys wrenching with Heineken pride. Blew out filters, checked oil once more.
HX humming like the day before.
Desert took plenty, but it gave some too.
Truth, humility, a clearer view.
Turning back ain't losing ground.
It's hearing God in the desert sound. Rolling on, turning back grace line.
The Lord speaks soft and sand refines. Dreams bend slow in Sahara's hand. God still leads every mile we stand. Night comes calm on dust-drawn sign.
That's the
Turning back grace line.
Heute ist der Tag, an dem wir uns Frühstück nicht selbst machen, sondern präsentieren lassen.
Roll out through deserts, long winds cry, dunes of Tembaine, that endless sky.
Miles fell heavy, nights ran cold. Your hand was steady, my weary soul.
After weeks in the deep Sahara, the long home run begins. Joe and the lieutenant turn the MAN HX-60 north. Tunis ahead, the GNV ferry waiting, and beyond that the slow return to Europe. Genoa, the curve of the Autostrada, the rise of the Alps, the black throat of the Gotthard Tunnel, and the steady glide down into Switzerland. But the journey deserves a worthy last evening. Before reaching Tunis, the two comrades seek out a coastline untouched by tourism. No villages, no houses, no lights. A rugged, rocky shoreline where the sea crashes against stone and the world feels empty in the best possible way. They find it. The HX-60 settles on the rock plate. The wind carries the salt of the Mediterranean, and the evening sun brushes the truck in copper tones. A heavy Dutch oven, cast iron, seasoned by 100 miles, sits over the fire, quietly bubbling a slow-cooked stew that fills the air with warmth and promise. The lieutenant watches the horizon one last time. A final dinner shared in solitude, a toast raised to brotherhood, endurance, and the desert that changed them. Tomorrow, the ferry waits.
Tracks disappeared in shifting sand. Lord's got the wheel in his hand. Lord drove shotgun all the way home from fires of deserts to the alpine snow. Nights got long, some roads fell wrong. Mercy kept singing a traveling song. Back now, where wild winds roam. But you drove, Lord. Drove shotgun all the way home.
Rocky coastline, waves below, Dutch oven fires, the crimson glow.
Quiet last eve on rugged shore. Your heartbeat I felt like never before. Ferry rose up in nighttime light. If you're with me, every mile's alright.
So, letztes Mittagessen. Und zwar wo?
In Tunis. Vor der wunderschönen.
Das wird zu Mittag, während unser Truck gedampft strahlt wird.
My steps, you're guarding my soul.
From Sahara's heat to Germany's road, hear children climb the truck like a throne. You whisper, my son, you're never alone. Lord driving shotgun all the way home from coastline breakers to church bells tone. Lifted my fear, made your glory known. A hymn in my heart like a cornerstone. I stand in your light, Lord, never my own. Because you drove, yes, drove shotgun way home. And I'll praise you, Lord, wherever I roam. 'Cause you drove shotgun all the way home.
immer ewige Warterei und total chaotisches Einschiffen und Zollabfertigung. Aber so ist das in diesen Schurkenstaaten. Alles, was außerhalb der EU stattfindet, ist schwierig, schwierig, schwierig.
Back in Europe, the wheels roll north again, across Italy, over the Alps, and down into the so-called Dreiländereck, the southernmost corner of Germany. Friends welcome the lieutenant home. Kids run toward the truck, eyes wide, voices echoing. The HX Sixley becomes what a truck should occasionally be after a long campaign. A playground, a fortress, a legend you can climb on. Laughter fills the yard. Dust of Africa still clings to the tires. And because the next day is Sunday, there is one more stop. Awakening Church in Eimeldingen. There, in the cheer of worship, the lieutenant feels what had already been true for every dune, every climb, every night under the stars. The Lord drove shotgun on that whole trip. Amen.
Lord drove shotgun all the way home, from fires of deserts to the alpine snow. Nights got long, some roads fell wrong. Mercy kept singing a traveling song. Back now, where wild winds roam, but you drove, Lord. Drove shotgun all the way home.
Rocky coastline with waves below, Dutch